Integrity is one of the fundamental values of a great governance. Godwin Obaseki has proven to many Nigerians the tenacity and integrity of a great leadership. His legacy has become the yardstick to measure other governors in Nigeria.
There will be zero tolerance for corruption in our local governments. I have instructed the ICPC to go into partnership with the Local Government Service Commission and the Ministry of Local Government. We will not, as a government, tolerate corruption anymore in the local governments.
Even the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, states that if 50% of the governors in Nigeria can perform like Godwin Obaseki, Nigeria will fulfill its destiny.
And I say to the governor that from what I have heard, he should continue along the way he's going. Now, if what the governor is doing here, if we have 50% of our governors performing, then Nigeria will be on the way to what God has created it to be.
The current governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, his reputable governance has made him one of the best governors that Nigeria has produced. He is very transparent in his policies, is accountable and consistent. Remember, before he became the governor of Edo State in 2016, he was a technocrat. He served as the chairman of Edo State Economic Strategy Team, implemented by former Governor Adams Oshomole in 2009. Before I will do the analysis of his policies, let's look at his biography. Godwin Obaseki was born on July 1st, 1957 into the family of Obaseki in Benin City, Edo State of Nigeria. Obaseki is the third child of late Pa Roland Obaseki of Owuna Street, Ogbelaka Quarters, Benin City. He attended St. Matthew's Primary School and Egosa Grammar School in Benin City. Obaseki later proceeded to the University of Ibadan, where he obtained his bachelor's degree in classics. He served his mandatory one-year National Youth Service in Jos, Plateau State. He later left Nigeria to the United States to attend Columbia University and Pace University in New York, where he obtained an MBA in Finance and International Business. In 1992, Obaseki became the founding secretary of a US-based Africa Chamber of Commerce and a director of the Junior Achievement of Nigeria. Godwin Obaseki started his career in 1983 with Capital Trust Brokers Limited, Lagos, as a stockbroker, where he excelled and subsequently worked with International Merchant Bank. In 1988, he joined AVC Funds Limited, Lagos, where he served as a project manager and led the core team that set up two of the new generation banks, which eventually changed the face of the banking industry in Nigeria. Between 1993 and 1995, he worked in New York as a principal of Equatorial Finance Co., a financial advisory firm with a focus on Africa and providing structured trade finance for African-related transactions through credit, financial advisory, and risk insurance. He founded AfriVest West Africa Limited in 1995 as the pioneer managing director. Obaseki served as the chairman of the Edo State Economic Strategy Team, implemented by Adams Oshomole in 2009. He later stepped down from his position as the chairman of the board of directors of AfriVest in September 2016 to contest for governorship election in Edo State. Godwin Obaseki, popularly called Wait and See Governor, is the current governor of Edo State. When he finally became the governor of Edo State in 2016, he realized that there were a lot of problems in the state. He quickly reformed the policies that gave powers to some state actors to intercept people's vehicles for monetary gain, and those who were responsible for using the state power to suppress other citizens and constituting nuisances in Edo State. Just take a look.
Most of us grew up in this state. This is home for us. And this is not where we grew up. And this is not how we grew up. When the change occurred in 2016, I had no doubts in my mind that I should jump into the fray to continue the reform which we had started. But what I didn't realize was that the rot was so deep and fundamental. And it was not just a rot that expressed it, you saw its physical expression, but it was becoming cultural. In the country, you come in here, you cannot drive through the city. You had warlords that had taken possession. When we had to clear Lagos Street, we found out that people had erected stores, shops on Lagos Street. When I took over, it became clear that there was a lot more work to do. And I just could not understand why Oredo, for instance, our local government, on a monthly basis, will not earn more than 5 million naira as taxes. Meanwhile, there were non-state actors who were celebrating their billions. And the banks that were lodging these monies into were coming to offer them things like promotional vehicles in your town. And once I came in, these non-state actors obviously began to almost physically threaten the state. I had no choice but to dislodge them. In good faith, I thought this was something we had all agreed to do.
Just few months in the office, he responded to the request of the Oba of Benin and implemented a policy that reduced the power of Community Development Association, CDA, in Edo State.
Well, another subject which you mentioned in your speech, or coronation speech, was the issue of community development associations. That is an issue that we must tame, because it will be very difficult and challenging to create 200,000 jobs if we do not put order in our land administration system in Edo State. So following from your broadcast and your pronouncements, we have finalized a draft bill which we will be sending to the House of Assembly next week, which will criminalize any acts by any CDA. Because the statutes today currently does not criminalize the activities. Because when people are affected go to seek redress, the matter is usually treated as if it's a civil matter. Whereas, as you know, in most cases, arms are used to forcefully eject people or take over people's properties. So from sometime next week, we'll be sending a bill to the House of Assembly, which will in effect create sanctions, criminal sanctions for people who undertake such actions.
Few days ago, the governor inaugurated a committee for the Benin City Seaport project. The government is currently working to establish a seaport in Gelegele, Edo State. Creating a seaport in Gelegele will help to transform the state into an economic hub in Nigeria.
I am delighted to perform the inauguration of the Benin City River Port Technical Committee. You recall that on Thursday, January 19th, 2017, the Technical Committee on the Development of the Benin Seaport was inaugurated and their report submitted in October 2017. In 2018, the Edo State government signed a memorandum of understanding with China Harbour Engineering Company, CHEC, to develop a feasibility study report on this project, and this has been completed. To further strengthen the work done by the initial technical committee and boost the economic potentials of the state, the inauguration of the Benin City River Port Technical Committee cannot be overemphasized in the development of an ultramodern port facility to international standards. Today, what we have decided to do is, because of the progress we have made in sourcing the financing to date for this project, we should now set up a technical committee to review what has been done to date, the feasibility study, the design, the operational aspects, because at the end of the day, what we've done to date is just to talk about building the infrastructure. Who is going to operate the port? Who is going to own the port? How is the applications to the various authorities and agencies to get a port started? These require technical inputs, which require inputs of professionals and specialists. So the purpose of this committee is to look at what we have done to date, ensure that the port we are building aligns with the objectives which we started with, and also we begin the process of fast-tracking all the other work that needs to be done.
In order to be self-reliant in power supply in Edo State, the governor established an independent power plant, the Azura Edo Power Plant. His policies have boosted employment in the state. Just take a look.
Edo State, under Governor Godwin Obaseki, in view of improving economic prosperity, has implemented various programs to balance the current and future needs of citizens. The question he asked, however, was, can any meaningful development happen in a state without regular power supply?
And my people, the people of Edo State, know that this exists. So they know that there's power here. So how do I explain to them why they're in darkness? So whatever it will take to give my people power, we must do. And whoever we feel is a stumbling block, we must get rid of.
Edo State enabled the development of an independent power plant, known as the Azura Edo Power Plant, with a capacity of 461 megawatts, and also the setting up development of the 55 megawatts Osiomo Power Plant, which is now completed. Here are efforts to provide more electricity for distribution within the state, with plans to distribute power generated by the plant to production centers in the state.
Governor Obaseki's sense of patriotism and intellectuality continue to reflect in his policies. In 2018, he implemented a group of security agents.
This is the new and revamped ETSMA, born out of the government desire to ensure proper direction, control and supervision of all vehicular and pedestrian traffic, made up of trained men and women who are more civil, better equipped and operate within the ambit of the law. The government also considers the security of lives and property of citizens as a matter of paramount importance. The Edo Safe City project was introduced to train some of the top police officers in the state on modern combat techniques. And a new security architecture for the state was launched in 2018, tagged Operation Waigbaizigan, its state-of-the-art security information management system to combat crime using modern techniques and methods. This is because we all know that without security, investors are more likely to be discouraged from investing in Edo State.
Like I said earlier, Governor Obaseki is truly a wait-and-see governor. His policy is uncomparable. In 2019, he decided to establish local government service commissions to reform Bende state laws. For decades, Edo State has been resting on these laws. Just take a look.
We're here today, once again, to witness the swearing-in of members of two commissions that are at the center of the institutional reform agenda of our government. As you know, this government is guided by a 6-point agenda, and institutional reforms is a very key and pivotal agenda in our program. Our laws must be in conformity with our progressive aspirations as a party. And so the role of the Law Reform Commission is extremely important at this stage of our developmental process. It's surprising that more than 2 decades after Edo State was created, we cannot boast of a compendium of Edo laws. We're still relying mostly on the laws of Bendel State. So I am giving you a task that within 12 months of your tenure in office, the laws of Edo State must be compiled.
During the inauguration of local government service commissions, he declares zero tolerance for corruption in Edo State.
Our laws must reflect our aspirations of being Nigeria's most progressive state, with easy access to justice and easy access to business enablers and easy access to social benefits. With the swearing in of the members of the Local Government Commission, we are once again showing a commitment towards strengthening governance at the grassroots level. That tier of government is very, very critical to the success of our democracy, because the local government is undoubtedly the most important layer in the wheel of governance. And we will continue to show stewardship by fighting corruption at that level. There will be zero tolerance for corruption in our local governments. I have instructed the ICPC to go into partnership with the Local Government Service Commission and the Ministry of Local Government. We will not, as a government, tolerate corruption anymore in the local government. We see contractors who claim that they're from NDDC, or just, in a sense, working. We haven't seen the designs. We do not know how the designs tie into our own projects. They claim that 256 billion was spent in emergency works, 20 billion for Edo State in the last 6 months. We need to see where they are. What happened in the case of Apostolic Road is that the NDDC gave a contract out to a contractor. Clearly, with very dubious competence, went into the community, asphalted the roads, without taking into cognizance the fact that there are manholes for drainage in that area. The arrogance of NDDC. They awarded contracts without reference to the state government, without caring about the infrastructure, the drainage infrastructure, and the contractor went in. Even when members of the community were advising the contractor not to block the manhole, he disregarded them. We are holding NDDC and the contractor liable and culpable. And we are going to take necessary legal action. And we are demanding that both the NDDC and the contractor pay the individuals who have suffered those massive losses compensation.
Governor Obaseki has exhibited the characteristics of a great governance in Edo State. Even the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, states that if 50% of the governors in Nigeria can perform like Godwin Obaseki, Nigeria will fulfill its destiny.
I've said it clearly and I told my cabinet yesterday, second term for me is non-negotiable. I am demanding it because I deserve it. I think I've earned it. We need to have it so that we can continue with what we're doing today.
The governor said he deserves a second term in office to complete his work. Let's see the rest part of the development created by his administration. An overview of his work.
The Godwin Obaseki-led government has been committed in its effort to building governance capacity, strengthening public institutions, promoting fiscal management, ensuring security of lives and property of citizens, reforming the civil service, and encouraging public participation. With the construction of the Edo State Secretariat Complex, Block C, Block D, and the Treasury House. He tells me of how the place has been abandoned since the time of Samuel Ogbemudia and became a dwelling place for criminals and drug addicts. But now, it has been transformed to a modern world-class edifice. In the same way, the Edo State government constructed and donated an industrial court complex to National Industrial Court of Nigeria, the second state in Nigeria after Rivers State to achieve this feat. Other projects undertaken by the government include the Judges' Quarters, the new High Court building, the Edo State Traffic Management New Office, the Edo State Development Property Authority, the Observer newspaper, the Edo State GIS, the Edo House Abuja, and many more. Surprisingly, all those complaints about inefficiency and poor management of the state financial resources have come to an end. The government put in place measures that have ensured better transparency and accountability in the use of our resources. To ensure regular supply of fertilizer to farmers for more productive agribusiness, the Edo Fertilizer and Chemical Company has been revamped. The 60,000 metric ton capacity plant was revived through a public-private venture about 14 years after it was abandoned. The state is currently promoting community-based on-farm and off-farm management along key agricultural value chains like maize, cassava, oil palm, soybeans, and rice. The Agripreneur program has over 1,880 farmers on over 5,800 hectares of land. The state is cultivating rice in Igoriaki, Ogwomo, Warake, Agenebode and Ilushi, and cultivating maize at Usugbenu and Sobe, and soybeans at Ekoma. 150 hectares of land is earmarked for oil palm production across 4 local government areas, involving oil palm estate investors, and also community smallholder farmers. The government believes that through agriculture, we can improve the standard of living and create the much needed wealth in communities.
because this water can put the soil very nice. And if you plant something like this, no, it is not grown up. See many corn and everything where cassava, everything where people plant for here now. Now so everybody they enjoy that. But we know the same money, we know the same money where they take help us, where they help us. Try to load there and no caterpillar, no help us. So we can't surprise this year now, this thing don't happen now. The thing called the fast for our hand. This sound now here, the not as they continue this one and caterpillar work for all these places for us. So all these places now, we can't get happiness and they thank God say, may God bless these people where they say they want to help the poor farmer.
Is a state government-backed 1,800 unit housing project, providing affordable housing for its citizens. It features 2 and 3 bedroom flats, villas, bungalows and terrace homes, and the best part is that we can pay in installments. It is now common for residents to wake up and see the sight of graders and tractors working on either major roads or streets in Edo State. Substantial road projects have been completed across the 18 local government councils in the state. Others are in progress, many more have been awarded, and this has also improved road transportation in some areas and also encouraged transportation network companies like Uber and Bolt Taxify to launch businesses in Edo State. This has provided competitive pricing for transportation and created jobs within the state.
Our keke safe, they're very safe because we know the two they repair keke like before. Before, if you ride keke 3 days, 4 days, you must visit mechanic. You must go see mechanic. But now, you can ride 1 month, nothing they happen.
Like my street now, where I dey now, I don't expect say nobody go touch this area before, but I'm surprised to see. That's why the name they give our governor, we can see. In fact, he qualify.
Making drinking water available to every citizen is one of government's priority. The rehabilitation of Ugboha Water Scheme to provide potable water to over 500,000 industrial and domestic consumers in Edo Central is underway. Other water projects are ongoing at Igbobazua and Udo in Ovia Southwest local government area and Ofunwegbe in Ovia Northeast and 4 other local government areas in Edo State. Providing quality and affordable healthcare at the grassroots is also one of the paramount objectives of the Godwin Obaseki-led government. Towards achieving this objective, the government is remodeling 200 primary health centers and over 500 health workers have been trained under the Edo Health Improvement Program so far. The Edo Specialist Hospital has been renovated and equipped and already in operations. Through the Edo Best program, the state has pioneered modern teaching techniques in our basic education system, which is technology-driven. This has restored confidence in public school system and also seen an increase in pupils' attendance and enrollment in public schools.
And today, all the teachers are digital. We are teaching with happiness. We are teaching with joy. We have the facility to teach. Before this time, we cannot even operate our phones. After the teaching, we cannot operate our phones. We can even teach with computers.
I'm very happy because I've never seen this type of initiative in Edo State. This is first of its type since history. So we are happy, we are grateful to our governor.
Remodeling and re-equipping of the Government Science and Technical College is ongoing. The college is part of efforts to reposition technical and vocational education and training. And just recently, Governor Obaseki performed the groundbreaking ceremony of the new College of Agriculture and Natural Resources in Edo. The governor believes that, as we diversify our economy through agricultural development, well-equipped agricultural institutions must be established to train the needed manpower. No wonder Governor Godwin Obaseki emerged as the Nigerian Union of Teachers' best performing governor for 2019. Emphasis on sport development is also an area that the state government has taken very serious. Our beloved Bendel Insurance got promoted after 11 years to the top-flight Nigerian Professional Football League. The Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium is nearing completion, with all facilities being given a facelift after neglect for years, and the state will be hosting the 2020 National Sports Festival. This will provide tourism and economic opportunities for the state, in addition to the social and cultural benefits. Sadly, we have lost brothers and sisters who, in search of a better living, decided to go abroad illegally and in the process fall victims of human traffickers who promised them a better future. Facing death, sickness, molestation and torture, many of them were stuck in Libya, which became a special type of hell, where no one can hear them cry, and to the outside world, they no longer exist. Luckily for some, over the past 2 years, the International Organization of Migration has voluntarily repatriated over 12,000 Nigerians who were trapped in and outside prisons across Libya. The Edo State Task Force Against Human Trafficking has been at the airport every single time a plane from Libya has brought back our people, welcoming them and letting them know that the government has plans for them. These returnees are rehabilitated and reintegrated into the society through the support program for returnees. They are trained in different vocational skills and paid monthly stipends for 3 months. So far, over 6,000 Edo indigents have benefited from this program. The Edo State government is responsible for delivering what is arguably the most effective skill development and job creation program in Nigeria. The multi-award-winning program was born as a result of the commitment of Mr. Godwin Obaseki to create 200,000 jobs in Edo State within 4 years. This commitment is evident by the signing into law of the Edo State Skill Development Agency, popularly called Edo Jobs. Edo Jobs places high priority on promoting entrepreneurship through its skill acquisition and enterprise development programs, startup incubation, business acceleration, and many more. This has led to the development of business hubs such as Edo Innovate, Edo Production Center, and Edo Foods and Agri Cluster. In addition, Edo Job facilitates train to hire and provide job matching programs with employers who run labor-intensive processes. With this, the agency provides training for employment seekers who then fit into this company's production and distribution chains.
According to Governor Obaseki, businesses cannot strive when there is anarchy and complete disrespect for the law. For us as a government, whatever we need to do to ensure that there is law and order will be done. So far, the work of the governor speaks volume. However, we still need a clarification about some of his ongoing projects. And that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. Bye for now.